Well, American hip-hop star Kanye West, who's now done the Aussie thing with his name and shortened it to Ye, gave a fascinating interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News on the weekend. Here's a sample of it.
For people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, you know, like a Russell Brand or Candace Owens,
right.
It's not that we have to agree with this, but
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
Yes.
Not afraid to state their opinion? Since when was that controversial in pop music? The answer to that is simple. It became controversial when pop culture was overtaken by mainstream corporations that profit handsomely from woke causes and upturning traditional values. The response to this interview from the woke establishment has been toxic. You get the feeling that Ye is a serious threat to their hegemony. Ye is an unlikely hero for our side of the culture wars, but he also represents the diversity of conservatives. On paper, you couldn't have two more different people than the career journalist and traditional family man Tucker Carlson and the trailblazing musician and fashion designer Ye. Yet they get on well. Ye even looks uncharacteristically nervous in Carlson's presence. Let's get Queensland law professor James Allan, who understands these culture wars better than most people, in to break it all down. James, welcome.
How are you, Fred? I think Tucker's changed his name to Kerr. You just call him Kerr now.
Yeah,
you got to be on the cutting edge of culture.
I can see you're already sporting his fashion line, James.
Yeah, I am.
James,
I'm off to speak to the Liberal Party tonight, so I don't want to look too good.
James, I thought pop music was meant to be about people speaking their minds. Why do you think the establishment is so upset with Ye talking to Tucker Carlson?
Now, I have to preface this answer by letting people know that my knowledge of popular music sort of ended when the Beatles split up. I'm pretty good on the Beatles, and then we go into a precipitous decline in my knowledge. But he is a brave man. He and his girlfriend or whoever it was were wearing shirts that said "White Lives Matter." And he's taken a bit of heat for that, which he would have said, as he said, it's sort of self-evident that all lives matter. But so it's pretty interesting to get a few breakaway stars who can see a little sanity in the world.
Yeah, well,
I take it he makes a bit more money than you and me, Fred.
Well, he can afford to upset people. Mind you, we do it professionally too, I suppose. We just don't make as much money as he does. But,
no, I don't. Well, I don't, Fred. I don't know how you're doing, but I definitely don't.
Well, do you think really, though, he's just doing what most intelligent people do, and that is align themselves with conservatism once they get older and wiser?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a bit of an iconoclast, and some of the woke orthodoxies, it's just a new version of Puritanism, and you know, there's going to be iconoclasts who can't stand that, and luckily, you know, some of them are quite successful.
Yeah,
it must be awful to be part of Hollywood and have to mouth these ridiculous platitudes all the time.